Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Books and Betches. Not to be confused with Books and... Okay. Yeah, wow.
That's going to be first 30 seconds. I have to bloop that so the YouTube doesn't demonetize us.
Turn off.
A little hostile.
She wants to come in hot.
I'm Kristen, and with me I have this bitch and...
Maria. I get to have my name.
This is a book... That's Erica.
It's Erica, by the way.
This is a book podcast where we swear, we spoil, we talk about sex, we suck at all of this. This week, though, we're not doing a book. We're doing another topic episode.
God, we love the topics.
Erica, this is a topic that you brought to our text group.
Yeah.
And started a little bit of a riot.
Yeah.
Just between you two.
Always.
I'm always just coming in like,
Well,
okay.
I'd like to hear your opinion because I value it a bit more.
See? Okay.
ahead, Erica.
I'm gonna lay the groundwork of this.
Set us up.
I was watching, this is not book related. I was watching a video and somebody of this girl, and she went to school for film. She talks about film. She's a film critic. She lives, breathes, and knows a ton about film. I follow her because I like listening to her. I think she has a really valuable opinion because she has a lot of knowledge of what stories should look like and this, that, and the other thing, right?
Subjective art, yeah.
Yeah. But intrinsically knows a lot about the industry. And this girl comments on, she was talking about one of the movies that she didn't like. And somebody comments and is like, your opinion is no more valuable than anybody else's. And I sat on that for a second, and this girl actually answered it very nicely and was not a bitch about it. And was just like, I didn't say that. This is just my page. And this is, you know what I mean? I'm going to defend my opinion. Right.
Yeah.
Which the girl is stupid, but it brought me to the point of thinking some opinions are more valuable than others.
Okay.
And that's where my case rests, is I believe, I understand where she was coming from, that in the grand scheme of things, we're all equal, but we're not.
So in your opinion, other opinions are valuable.
For example,
Yeah.
a doctor's opinion might be more valuable
so
than mine.
different.
It depends.
Because why though?
Because
it's not
suck.
an opinion. It's science based. It's
But a doctor, that's not true.
if I break my arm, yes, I'm going to trust a doctor to tell me how to heal my arm.
Okay,
versus
let's do lawyer then.
Okay.
Ooh.
Lawyer is completely subjective to the law.
What did I say? There's a difference between opinion and...
Let me try to find the group chat.
Because it was a really good... That was it. That was the
the
end
point.
all be all. Was
No, it wasn't.
I'm not going to a financial person for an opinion. I'm going
You are,
for
though.
advice. Opinion and advice is totally different things.
There it is.
That's what it is.
I also think opinion and advice are different.
And it's based... Okay, so here's the difference. Here's the difference between going to a film person about a film. Art is subjective. Money has science-based things behind it that lead to...
I can acquiesce to that.
So there's a lot to unpack when you're talking about this. There
First
is.
one of the day too.
Let's talk about actually what we know a lot about, which is we all went to school for television, right?
Yep. I love this. I love this discussion because I think that I fucking hate film criticism.
No, but I'm just saying, let's say Mike comes downstairs and is like, I think I know how to write a movie. This is how I think we should do it.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. And you're like, this is so fucking wrong. There's only one act.
See, I think that's bullshit. Because why what we were taught in college and in school and these institutes, why is that the right way?
You don't think
why
that
can't
you
we break
have
them? No.
a little bit more value
I don't.
in the creative process?
I genuinely don't. I think everybody has the same amount of creativity or they can if they want to access
I'm not talking about creativity. I'm talking about value,
structure and whatever. It doesn't. You have knowledge is at our fingertips right now. He could go online and look up how to.
There's a lot of filmmakers
you don't need
who don't even go to film school.
That's what I'm saying.
but
you're placing value in a what's the word?
Research. I'm not saying that just because you have a degree you're smart, you have
that's
more
kind of
valuable.
what you're saying.
No, that's the example I gave. But if Mike spent fucking 100 hours researching how to write a movie, yeah, absolutely. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Mike, as of right now, who
no knowledge,
comes in here, and you think that his opinion is more valuable than yours.
I don't think it's more valuable
or equally valuable.
Yes,
that's fucking banana land.
How is that banana land?
That's fucking banana because it's not. It's just fucking not. Your value holds more weight because you have experience
But he
that
can
backs it up.
easily gain that experience.
But he doesn't have it right now.
But I'm just saying.
But that's what I'm saying. The value of opinions can change.
Okay. So in this moment, Mike comes down here. He's like, "Hey, babe, I'm going to write a movie. Like, what opinion am I offering him that's more valuable? Like, how
your
to do it?
Experience of like how you're like."
What if he's like, "This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z." And I'll be like, somebody out there is going to love that. But my opinion is more valuable, so you should actually structure it this way. Like, I just think art is so fucking subjective.
Okay, so Mike walks in here, asks that, right? Whatever. Quentin Tarantino walks in. You're gonna tell me that you don't value his opinion on what he's like suggests to Mike?
I'll just be like, wow, you have a lot of experience and you're really good at this. You're probably going to be more successful, but I don't think that
that's the value of the opinion.
But I don't think your opinion is more important, though.
It's not the more important thing, but
it's more valuable. That's the fucking.
You're seeing what he brings as a value. I know what you're thinking of. Like, no one matters more than the other.
They don't.
No, and that's fine. But even valuing the opinion, like,
I think the word value is what you're getting hung up on. But like,
doesn't
it
matter.
makes sense if Quentin came in and said
his opinion's more valuable than all of ours.
I'm gonna value what he's saying more than what Mike would say.
In the art of film only, then.
In the art of film only. Quentin can't come in and be like, I'm gonna tell you how to put a cast on a body.
So fucking crazy.
I just disagree.
It's so crazy.
But also, who gives a fuck if you value somebody's opinion more? Why does that matter?
I just think that it's intrinsically wrong to say that all of our opinions matter equally or
so
are
let's
valuable
go to the root
equally.
of you went to this girl's Instagram.
Like, I think this girl has a very valuable like knowledge base.
Sure.
I do think that like some random person who just like likes watching movies knows fucking nothing about anything.
So okay, I could fine. I'll agree with you versus the Quentin Tarantino versus doing the art of actually like writing the film and stuff like that. When it comes to criticizing films, I think anybody with a fucking brain and two eyes could fucking or maybe one. I don't want to be ableist. I think anybody
no eyes.
I think anybody watching or experiencing a film can have any sort of opinion on that film.
Absolutely. And I'm not saying that
and I would value anybody's opinion on it because but when I read reviews, I'm not looking for I fucking avoid critics if anything, and that's the one I'm supposed to value more because they're the ones that are fucking going to school for this shit. I don't value their opinion at all.
But like I do so it is kind of that is an interesting point. So like when I go to Rotten Tomatoes, right? Like
yes.
I look at the critic score, but I also know that that's fucking paid for.
Sometimes.
So that's skewed. But then I look at
not always.
I look at the reviewer score and I'm like, people are fucking stupid.
So you value nobody's opinions?
Not really. Like I value people who I like trust on like crazy. Trust
so maybe
online.
that your value and opinion just it's a bias in yourself.
Yes, it's subjective.
Yeah, it's all subjective.
Why didn't you lead with that? I thought you were saying like everybody should value this person's opinion more.
No.
I am saying that you still have value for others over others.
Well, that is an inherent personal bias. Yes, I agree with that. If you led with that, I would have been like, yeah, I probably value my family's opinion more than I value like somebody. I value Mike's opinion over anybody else's opinion on this earth.
I hate that verbiage that commenter used, which was like, your opinion's no more valuable than anybody else's. It's like, well, you have experience,
to that guy,
knowledge.
To that person, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not a true statement as a whole.
It's true to him.
Yeah, just like how to you, if half people on Rotten Tomatoes are dumb, that's your opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I get that, but
it just feels a little hypocritical.
I'm saying that like a group of people is a little bit different than like a singular person.
How can we relate this to books?
I think
it's the same thing
in the
with
review space of books.
Space.
Well, like especially the people who are, let's say, put themselves on the online space as like my thing online is to be a book reviewer. And how do they relate to those who, let's say someone who took a course in college for literary kind of like breaking down things, knowing the story in and out. That's like their thing. They have a basis of education as opposed to someone who just decided to do it online because they like to read books and they have a good idea.
People who are in the publishing industry have a more valuable opinion on how to get published than people who are not in the publishing industry. That's fucking true.
I think
that's
they have more
statement.
knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, but that means that their opinion,
but I don't think
based off of their knowledge base, is more valuable than what I fucking say.
I think advice and opinion are two different things. You're 100% right on that point.
I think
it depends on what they're saying.
I'm not like asking a publisher like, what's your opinion on the...
But what's the true like difference between advice and an opinion?
If I ask a publisher, like, how do I get my book published? I don't want your opinion on how you get it published. I want your true knowledge-based advice.
The Googs.
But if I'm asking a publisher, what's your opinion on the publishing industry? Like, yes, their opinion is going to hold value. But if I ask you, what's your opinion on the publishing industry? I'll probably hear you out too.
Subjective, because like
your opinion will be equally as valuable to me.
No, because like our proximity in our relationship changes the value of my opinion too.
Well, you've also been published. So what's your opinion of the publishing industry? You tell me your opinion. Now I asked Maria, what's your opinion of the publishing industry? She has a different opinion because she has a different background. She knows what she's read online or what she's seen. I'm still going to value both of your opinions. I'm just probably going to
value them differently.
No. No, I'm just gonna value them, and no. To be honest, what I want to say is I'm just not gonna give a shit. Like either way, like who cares?
The way you set that sentence up was gonna put you in a.
I just am not gonna care.
I just asked. I love Gemini. If you guys aren't using Gemini,
what is Gemini? Is that
it's
like the AI?
So it's Google's AI, but it searches the web. You get a better like ChatGPT is only what they fed ChatGPT,
right?
So Google is unlocking everything.
I thought it was bad.
I still don't like it. I'm still uncomfy.
Advice is guidance.
Yes, guidance is a big one on like how to do something.
Advice is typically based on experience, knowledge, or expertise, and helps to make somebody a decision. A view or judgment formed about something, not necessarily based on facts or expertise. Opinions are personal and reflect the individual's beliefs or feelings.
Exactly.
It could have its own bias. An opinion.
Yeah, how do you remove
bias,
expertise, and knowledge from an opinion?
Easily,
life experience. I think. Like you can
how
have
do you
expertise.
remove that though?
That's where it becomes like an advice. I think.
Well, you can have an opinion on anything. Like this French fry tastes like shit. That's my opinion, and you love it. You know, that's your opinion.
I think there are some opinions that are rooted in nothing at all. Like right, like they're just subjective of whatever. But there are some opinions that I circle back to this thought. Not all opinions are valuable, or not all opinions are equally valuable, and I don't believe that as a blanket statement across everything.
I think the better way to phrase this is like some opinions just suck, and like I agree with you.
Like, not all opinions are good opinions.
I agree.
No, 1,000%.
You lead with that. I agree with you wholeheartedly. 1,000%. But like placing value in it, to me, the way that comment read and the way you set this up was just like, was saying like, because you have a certain background or a certain amount of expertise, like I should value your opinion more, and I should value your opinion on a subjective piece of art more than I should value. I don't think so.
But I think that that's why like the online space has boomed, because that's what we do.
Well, yeah, we just argue.
As we value some
certain
of these influencers' opinions more than others.
And that's a problem.
That's how the whole influencing.
I see what she's saying.
I think we need to stop doing
formed.
That. Did you see the whole Kylie Jenner thing?
No.
She just went online crying, and she was just like, I don't even know how I still find myself beautiful with all the hate that I've gotten throughout the years. And like,
she created
and
that.
all of the literally all the comments were like, you're the reason like hundreds of girls are the way that they are and like can't uphold a beauty standard. And then all of them are just like,
she can't uphold her own beauty standard that she set.
And then they were like, sorry, I don't feel bad for billionaires. Like you could just disappear off the internet and go live a different life and be totally
There's
fine.
not one billionaire that I would shed a tear over.
Amen, sister.
Unless they donated 90% of their money.
Yes. Amen.
Somewhere.
Then I would shed multiple tears.
Then I would be apathetic.
There was a study that
I would ask why you actually now decided to donate, not your entire life.
Don't care.
No, I still feel like there's if you donate now when you haven't even had the idea of it before, like what are you doing?
Maybe somebody changed your opinion.
Did you? I saw a study that said after a certain amount of money that you make, there's like a threshold of after.
It doesn't matter.
You lose empathy. They did like an actual study that like your brain like changes, and most people like no longer feel empathy. I have to find it. It's really
interesting. Exposed to things that would make them human.
There's another like kind of threshold to that of like, this is where I thought you were going, is that after you make a certain amount of money, it no longer brings you any additional happiness. Like you could be
I believe that.
Like, let's say the mark is like $5 million, right? Because you're like comfortable and like you're probably set for life, like whatever.
I'd be so happy.
Me too.
But that's what I'm saying. But the difference between 5 million and 10 million is infinitesimal.
Interesting.
So
I believe that.
if you use that 5 million and donate
although
it,
in today's economic state, 5 million is like you can run through it like that by buying a house.
yeah, but
and
if
a
you're
car.
a fucking
Dude,
if you have $5 million, I'm assuming you're
in some groceries,
you're investing it in a way that
you would
it's
assume,
going to grow for you. But you can make $5 million work.
Yeah.
But anyways, the point is that the difference between like 5 to 10 is not impacting your happiness, and that we should basically make anybody above a certain threshold pretty much like tax them 90%.
I do think like I hate the saying money can't buy happiness because it
Sure
absolutely can. It could buy you a full stomach. It could buy you a house to sleep in. It could buy
I'd rather be sad and rich than sad and poor.
To just go away.
Yup.
But also, somebody asked me this question. Oh, my tattoo artist asked me this question. I wanted to bring it to the podcast. I think now is a good time. If every single job in the world paid the same amount of money, what would you do? What would your career be?
Job?
Yeah, every career, every job, no matter what you did.
Is it like decent money?
Yeah. Like let's say $200,000 a year. Every job in the world. So you can, you're no matter what you do, you're going to make the money that you would anywhere else. What would you do for a living? I thought about this and I was like,
I mean, that kind of circles back to like what your dream job would be, right?
What would you want?
Yeah, but when you think about your dream job, usually you're thinking about, well, can I get paid the amount of money I need to survive? Because my dream job is to be a park ranger, but I'm not a park ranger. Why am I not a park ranger? Because they make $40,000 to $60,000 a year, and I can't live off that in today's economy.
Yeah.
So
I always wanted to
However,
be
I am also working my
a
other dream
Foley
job.
artist.
A Foley artist? That'd
Foley
be cool.
artists are fun.
That'd be really
a Foley.
fun.
Class. For those who don't know, Foley is it's
sound design.
All the sound design you hear in a film. So like when you hear the laptop sort of,
Quiet Place is a good example.
Yeah,
you ever
Quiet
see the
Place.
Foley
Or like
for that?
even like horses' hooves, like that's not the sound that you hear is added later
They
on.
tased grapes for the sound of the
They get
monsters.
so creative with like how
Like,
they
how do you
shit.
even think of that? That's so fucking cool.
I love the clickers from Last of Us.
Yeah.
It's all like it's two specific vocal artists
Really?
who do it. One's a guy, one's a gal, and it's like the coolest sound. And just
that they make with their
they
mouths?
do it with their throats.
Oh shit, that's
It's
sick.
them.
That's
I'll
so
send you
sick.
the YouTube video
I
later.
want to see that.
Wow.
That's awesome.
But yeah,
I always wanted to do that.
I've been saying this for a couple like years now. Like if I didn't have the job I have, I would have either been a librarian.
Mm-hmm.
But I know you have to have a degree for that now. So
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
yeah.
well, not now, but you've always had to have a degree. Or like my little dream life would be to have a coffee shop,
I love this.
but it's a bar. So by day, it's a coffee shop that you can come, but by night, it's a bar, books everywhere, and every night's a
Nice.
theme. And you can have like one night is like the mystery thriller night. You can come over and like people can do like little book clubs.
I'd be
and
at that bar
drink.
every night.
Yeah, I would be at that bar every night. And I
That's
want
awesome.
like low lighting, leather couches, like
Yep. I could see that.
Cool space.
Mine,
what
I
I
would
want.
honestly just be working in a national park somewhere, and I'd be
you'd be outside.
so happy.
You'd
like,
get,
hiking and talking to people.
eaten by cannibals, and then we'd
Shut the fuck up.
or you'd find the remains of cannibals.
Oh, you mean the remains from people who got attacked by animals out there? Yeah, that would
Yeah.
probably happen a lot, actually. A lot of
Yep.
mountain lions and other
no,
known...
not animals, cannibals with a
Oh,
C.
my bad. You mean Maria?
Cannibals.
No. Okay, I'm done with this joke. I really am done with this joke. I am not a cannibal.
You don't really have a say in when you're done with this joke.
Starting to sound like Army Hammer.
So I'm reflecting more, Erica, on your
the opinions
on your opinions of the opinions, and it's bringing me to like influence. And I always try to. I know I came in hot, and I was saying no, but I'm trying really hard to see the other side. And I think where we get into interesting topic too is influencers. especially like gym influencers.
Fitness influencers
are so there's this guy now that I'm following on Instagram who just calls out fitness influencers and
I know the guy. He has
and he's
the beard.
doing it, yeah, and he's doing it with like pedophiles now too, which is wild.
Oh yeah,
amazing.
There's a lot of men who
and women that were teachers and now are trying to be fitness influencers. And and they should be in prison. But I mean, there's like, it's interesting when you think about fitness influencers. Like, why am I valuing the opinion of this person? Is it because they
show the aesthetic?
And it's because they like, you see the results. Like, you're like, all right, they know what they're doing. But I think that's where this is an interesting topic because they're giving advice, but it's not rooted in anything. So technically, they're really giving their opinion because fitness, there are so many different things that you could pull from it that like this person be like vegan is the way to go, carnivore is the way to go, this doctor is saying avoid carbs, this doctor is like you need carbs to survive, this person, like, you know what I mean, like it's not just like people on the internet, it's doctors, it's surgeons, it's everybody.
And that's what I mean when I say with science. It's like science can be like, yes, to some degree, like, yes, we're made up of water and there are some like facts that are kind of in like
there's so much to it though.
There's not too studied. Much that is unknown and that they just don't, like, even the smartest doctor doesn't know.
So if you lined up every fitness influencer, it's like, how do you even choose to value whose opinion more? Because like
it depends on how they deliver.
Exactly. It's
like for me, right, as someone who consumes a lot of fitness content, like I sent you her video a couple weeks ago, Natasha Ocean.
Yeah.
She's now leaving YouTube.
I was gonna say she's done.
But her approach to fitness was my favorite because one, she was positive. It was she never said, "Oh, this is what you have to do to be the skinniest of this." Like if you want all this fat, here are the scientific ways that's been researched. And she would provide like actual citations in her videos of all like scientific based things to running, to lifting, to plyometrics, all of that. I value her opinion 10 times more than I value just some random chick on TikTok being like, "Here's how to get a top shelf butt."
But I think that like proves my point a little bit that it's like you value that person's opinion over that person's opinion, but I could value somebody else's opinion.
It's always person by person.
I do believe that the value is subjective.
Okay, so the value comes within the person.
Okay. Yeah. And your life experiences. Like, so what you
that doesn't
with.
mean that
that
across
guy,
the board there are some opinions that are more valuable. So that
guy saying like, I don't value, or like, I don't think your opinion is any more valuable than anybody else's. Maybe that guy just doesn't hold value in people's opinion. Like, I think you could be a person who doesn't hold value in other people's opinions.
But like, I think the way it was said was incorrect. That's my point.
But that's your opinion.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
And around we go.
Is that the blanket one all like statement is not true.
No, I think it is true. Where he says your opinion doesn't hold more valuable than anybody else's. You could say that to anyone. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So we've done 26 minutes to say that it's just all person.
It's all bullshit.
Everything is
Life
fake.
is
the
bullshit.
Points don't matter.
Yes, everything is fake and the points don't matter.
What is that?
That is literally life.
What was that from?
Whose line is it anyway?
Yeah.
And I think that's literally life. True.
Yeah, everything doesn't matter.
It's all made up and the points don't matter.
I think about that all the time.
And we're all gonna die
one day.
And hopefully your time on Earth is positive enough to affect somebody long after you're gone. And I think that's our purpose here, is to create positivity so that long after you're gone, somebody
bitch about things.
But it's true. I hope that when I'm dead, somebody will be like, "Oh, she said this thing one time, and now I think about it." Like,
and now you're canceled.
I hope my I'm here like, I hope my niece is like, "Oh, she said this thing that's so lovely." But yeah, now I'm canceled.
Have we said anything that's like,
I'm
valuable?
Valuable. No. I think you say that could get us canceled. I'm like, anything can get anybody canceled at any time.
I don't know.
I think it depends on the person who's listening and how they
have
feel
we said
about
anything
us.
Valuable? Absolutely not.
I don't think so.
We have. Today or in general?
In general,
I feel like there's got to be like one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would hope. Taylor told me recently, she said, "I want to be the aunt that you were to me, to Zoe, and give really good advice and be a cool aunt." I was like, thank you.
You have such a good head on your shoulders.
That's cute.
I've given her good advice.
Yes, you have.
Because I was just like, hey, none of this matters. You're like, this shit does not matter. Just have fun and
it's a good thing that she listens.
Oh yeah, she's really
that's the difference maker.
She invites that actual, like,
what's an opinion that you have that like
Should ask this
you
before.
think people should value?
Should value?
Oh, like, do you have anything that you're like, no, people should listen to me?
Yes.
Go for it.
Take care of the environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like genuinely care about your home. Care about our home. This is our home.
I was gonna go with just like try to live with kindness first.
I like that.
Like give grace to everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
See both sides. Even if your side's the right one, still see their side and like I acknowledge that your side's wrong.
See, this is like opinionated advice. I like it.
Mine is fuck the rich.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck them greedy bitches. Fuck all the
You know what
corporations.
it is too? Like the thing about that, like when you say it, I'm right there with you. Like, yeah, of course. But I don't think about them like that every day. I feel like there's people who are so intrinsically like obsessed with the idea that people are too rich in the world and like how
It's
much
me.
It's me too.
you're that person.
But
I am too.
I
think it's the root of all evil. Like
do
I
too.
think it's every
believe
single
you.
problem
Corporate
in
greed.
this
I believe
world roots back to corporate greed.
I believe you.
Yep.
But like when
Even
I live my
environmentalism.
day to day,
Everything.
I don't think about these rich people my day
But
to day.
that's why that's my biggest problem. That's like
I
my
agree.
biggest thing.
I'm right there with you.
Because I do believe in like environmental stuff. I believe in all of these other things that I think are really important. But then at the end of the day, I'm like, well, what's the actual root? Like, you can't fix this until you fix
get rid
the
of this.
corporate like
you
issue.
couldn't be more right.
So to me, that should be the most important thing is figuring out how to destabilize some of these like corporations.
You're right. I mean, I can recycle every day and do everything right, and it's not
still
going to make
won't.
a single difference. I mean,
I think
It'll
it's
make
crazy.
a difference.
it'll make
but
a
not-
difference, but not
It's
the
crazy
difference.
the towns that you decide to recycle, but they don't recycle.
Yeah, ours does,
Or
which makes me
ours
happy.
does, yes. But
My
I'm saying like a
favorite-
lot of places
I know.
you want to, and like we don't have anything in place for that.
My
They all
favorite-
get mushed together at the end.
My favorite thing is that we have to put it in 2 bins and then it all just goes in the same trash
That's what I'm
can.
saying.
Yeah.
I hope everybody has a really awesome, or has been having. I guess this is coming out in what, July? I hope everybody had a wonderful Pride Month, and I hope we all continue to love each other and be there for each other. And message us on Instagram if you have some books you want us to read.
And let us know what your very valuable opinion is.
No, I don't want any of your opinion. No, I'm just
Let's
kidding.
make it
Actually,
book related. What is your book related opinion that you feel everyone should know and follow?
I would
And
love
agree
to hear
with.
that.
And agree
actually.
with.
We might be able to make a whole topic episode on that. That could be kind of fun.
Yeah, tell us
Oh my
what
God.
you-
Ooh, book
What's
opinions?
your book opinion? And then we'll read them all off on the podcast and talk about each one.
Let's do it.
Exactly.
Okay, what's your
So
valuable?
please put it in the comments.
Yes, Instagram comments,
I mean, you can put it in Discord
YouTube
too, but
comments,
it would help the algorithm.
Discord comments.
Yeah,
Let's-
let's do it here.
Let's do it on YouTube.
but we should put like a question in the comments so that people answer it or whatever.
Yeah, I'll put-
Most
I'll
people
put
don't
a
get
little-
to this part of the episode, Maria.
We'll put it in a reel.
I know,
Oh, you
Erica
know
said
what?
that.
We should start doing the little call outs early on.
Thank you so much for being here. We love you so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.